Hi, welcome to Mamas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this with another mama, and remember to like and subscribe. I said like twice because I want to make sure you got that part. So definitely hit the like button. But before we get started, as always, we're going to go ahead and start off with a motivational quote. This week's motivational quote is going to be geared towards birthdays. As you can see, if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can't see, but I have on a crown that says happy birthday. This is going to be a birthday episode. My birthday was this past weekend, and I just want to tell you about all the mama time events that I did, relaxation, fun, and everything was great. It was a no kid weekend, so I can't wait to tell you that in mama time. But the quote, the birthday quote, it says, happy birthday. Here's some more life, love, and adventures with you to come. So I picked out that quote because I think birthdays are a start of a new year. Of course, you're turning a year older or younger, depending on how you want to look at it. So it is a new year for you. So just remember to make sure that you are giving more life, love, and experiencing more adventures throughout your new year that is coming up. I think sometimes we forget about that. I know some people don't like to celebrate their birthday. Some people may work on their birthday, but I'm going to challenge you for if your birthday is past or if it's coming up this year, I'm going to challenge you to go ahead and take the day off of work. Make sure you plan something special, even if it's just that day. It doesn't have to be a whole weekend, but take some time just for you. And guess what? Even if you take off work and just sit in the house, but have some time just for you on your birthday, I think you should at least celebrate yourself. If you're doing that alone, hopefully you're not, or if you're doing that with other mamas, your spouse, or if you're doing that, even, if you want to do it with coworkers, like if your family is your coworkers at work, that's fine, but really take some time to celebrate yourself, whatever that looks like. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. Again, like I stated earlier, this week's mama time is going to be all about birthday celebrations that I did this past weekend to celebrate my birthday. So the first thing we did on Friday, and I will say this, I planned quite a few of the events for my birthday because I wanted to make sure we were staying here in Metro Atlanta. So I wanted to make sure I did the research and I was able to find some things that I like to do. So on Friday, what we did was took our kids to school. My mother-in-law came on Thursday evening and she was able to pick them up for school on Friday. They get out at 1:00. So she was able to pick them up for school. So that way, all of Friday, we didn't have to worry about rushing back and getting our kids from school. So we got up, we took them to school. Then we went to the Beltline. It's a trail here in Metro Atlanta that kind of goes quite far. It used to just go kind of through Midtown, but now it goes through like Midtown, Emmett Park. It's even going up through Metropolitan. Now, I couldn't tell you. I'm sure it goes further than that. I'm not sure exactly where it goes, but for sure it goes through Midtown. So we walked the Midtown section. We started at Piedmont Park, went to Trader Joe's, took a quick bathroom break because unless you're going to use a bathroom like at a store or something like that, you kind of want to go somewhere where you can use the bathroom before you get walking. We went to Trader Joe's. I actually looked around Trader Joe's. They have quite a few things that I think I want to go back to purchase. And then after that, we got on the trail and we walked to a beautiful restaurant that is in Emmett Park here in Atlanta. And it's beautiful, really nice on the inside. It reminds you of a French bistro. They have croissants. They have light bites for breakfast. Of course, they have like teas and coffees, and they have, if you want to do like a mimosa or something like that, Bloody Mary, they have that as well. But I did some research trying to see what was like a good breakfast or brunch spot that was off the Beltline. So I found them. It's called Bread and Butterfly. I had the quiche. It is a light bite. So the quiche is probably maybe a little bit smaller than my hand, but it's delicious. Even though it's a small serving, it's the most appropriate serving that you're probably supposed to be eating. So it's not a big bite. It's a small bite, but it comes with a great green salad. It had fennel, carrots, and I don't know, maybe that was spinach for the greens. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And then we also had their breakfast potatoes. So that was yummy. I had water because we had just walked the Beltline. It took us from Piedmont Park. It takes about a 35-minute walk. So I like to exercise. You'll see that as well. And later in the episode when I talk about what I did on Saturday. So we did that. Last year, I was supposed to have a tea party at Just Add Honey. That's also off the Beltline. It's a 10-minute walk from Bread and Butterfly. But I think last year I waited too late to set up my tea party. So what I did in advance, I did it probably about 2.5 weeks ago, went ahead and set up a time. I did a high noon tea. Really fun. It comes with a tiered assortment of like snacks. It has a sandwich. If you're a vegetarian, they give you a cucumber sandwich, which was delicious. My husband had a chicken salad sandwich. He said that was delicious. They actually make it in-house at Just Had Honey. Then it had a layer for scones. Those were really delicious. And then it also had a top layer that had kind of like an almond pastry, and it came with fresh fruit. Really nice. We had a really great tea host. Her name was Jasmine. Just a pleasure. The tea party was nice. We got the chance to go through. So first, when you walk into the store, you can pick from a wall of teas. And I like uncaffeinated tea. Since I've matured, caffeine doesn't agree with me well, so I have to do uncaffeinated. And I picked the Farmer's Market. It was delicious. It has a mix of hibiscus. It actually has like dried tomatoes, dried cucumbers. It actually tastes really well. You cannot taste that fruit in there. It's mixed in really well. My husband had I forgot the name of it, but it was a really great tea. It was mildly caffeinated, so I just drank a little bit of that. Very pretty color. They put it in your own little diffuser teapot. So very pretty presentation. Great. We did that for an hour, had a great time. After that, we walked back to the car, still the same 35-minute walk, enjoyed ourselves. And then what time was it then? It probably was about almost 2:00. So we didn't have anything else planned for Friday during the day. We came home, rested a little bit because we walked round trip about 3 miles. So that's a lot of walking. So we came home, we rested, and then we went to the Braves game Friday evening. They had Friday night fireworks, so I enjoyed that. I hadn't been to Friday night fireworks in a while since I work on the weekend. So we enjoyed that. We enjoyed the game. The Braves won. Let's go Braves. So we had a great time. That was Friday. Saturday morning, I've always wanted to go to Effect Fitness. It's off of Metropolitan. It is a local gym here in the Metro Atlanta area. Excellent. It's full of people. They do a boot camp class on Saturdays and Sunday mornings. I think the boot camp is like 8, 9, and 10. We initially went to do the spin class. The spin class started at it started at 9:15, I think. We went to go to spin because I like spin. I do spin at my LA Fitness. Had a great time. So I was like, okay, let me try their spin, try something different. Spin class was excellent. No problems with that. And then we were waiting around. My husband was talking to one of the vendors. They actually do vendors on Saturdays. So he was talking to one of the vendors, wanted to get her information. So the staff at Effect Fitness is very friendly, warm. We met this young lady, and we cannot remember her name, but we met this young lady before spin class because we got there actually too early. And she was like, okay, introduce herself. We told her this was our first time. She told us about some of the classes. She asked, were we going to boot camp? Because that's where most people go. I told her, no, we were going to spin. So when we got done with spin, and while we were waiting on the young lady to come back with the information for the vendor, she saw us. She was like, oh, okay, are you guys going to come back next week? I told her, no, can't come back next week. I work on the weekend. Today is my birthday. You know, I was off for that. So it was a special occasion. And she was like, oh, great. Let's get you in the boot camp class, because it was like 10:15. The boot camp, like I said, starts on the hour, and it's about 45 minutes long. Well, I found out on Saturday that my husband does love me. He goes to spin because he loves me, and it is a great cardio exercise. But if he had the choice, he would miss spin. He actually goes because I've asked him to go, and then I started lifting weights with him. So we do that kind of like as a couples thing. And when we first got there, the boot camp, first of all, it's a whole bunch of people. The 8 o'clock class probably had maybe over 100 people. And look up Effect Fitness on social media. You can see what their boot camp class looks like. Very intense. And we kept seeing people walking out. They were like drenched in sweat. I was like, wow, that boot camp is really high intense. Just kept seeing people drenched. You know, one person walked out wringing his shirt out. People was walking out looking exhausted. So when the young lady brought us into the class, I could see why people were drenched. It's like a HIIT type, not HIIT. Dang, what do they call those gyms? But you know, like the gyms that are your bare necessities. It's no frills or anything like that. And I don't know if the air conditioning was on, but it was nice and like steamy in there. So that's why everybody was sweating. Great. Now, remember, we just did a 45-minute spin class. I usually do an hour spin class, so I still had some in me. When we walked into the boot camp class, my husband looked at me like, oh my God. He looked at me like, I'm only doing this because today is your birthday. So we did like 25, 30 minutes of the boot camp class, enjoyed it, had a really great time. I was like, I should go back at like 5:30 in the morning. I like early morning classes. That way I can go get my exercise. It's not that far from my house, and I can be back to take the girls to school. So I may go to a boot camp one morning. I don't know. I'll have to see. So that was Saturday morning. So we stayed at Effect a little bit longer because we weren't expecting to go to the boot camp class. So we did that. Had a great time. Went back home, rest. My husband actually made breakfast. He made pancakes. I had a smoked salmon fillet, delicious, with some fruit on the side. That was my breakfast. And then, unbeknownst to me, my husband actually scheduled a massage. Oh, but before the massage, I went and got my Jeni's ice cream cone, which was delicious. I had birthday cake along with ooey gooey butter cake, which is my favorite Jeni's flavor. So that was great. I wore this same crown, and the young lady that helped us, she was like, oh, if today's your birthday, if you join our rewards on the app, you can actually get a free comb. So I did. So that was great. So we had Jeni's, and then we needed to waste probably about 20 minutes. Then it was time for my massage. I had a 1 hour deep tissue massage, great, relaxing. After that was done, oh no, I can't remember the name of the massage place. You know, and I don't have anything. Oh, here you go. It's called Massage Etoile. It's spelled Etoile. Is off of Howell Mill. They also have a location off of Collier Road, so they're not too far from each other if you're in Metro Atlanta. It was great. Definitely a 10 out of 10. Very, very clean. because I had some time to wait before my masseuse came. Extremely clean, smells good. I know that sounds weird, but the reason why I said that, because you know how like when you walk in Bath and Body Works or like a candle store, you just smell candles and it smells great and just delicious and clean. So it smelled like that, just fresh, clean, love the service, great. After we got done, then we went to IKEA, picked up a few things. Then we went to Panda Fest. So I had never heard of Panda Fest. I've seen a few content creators on IG and a few on Instagram talking about Panda Fest, but we actually had a great time. We did the 7 o'clock slot on Saturday. It was really great. Okay, so this is the first one. I forgot I had stuff. So Panda Fest, when we went, I actually bought our tickets, I think Friday, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to rain or anything like that. So I bought our tickets on Friday. When you walked in, they gave you a headband. Hopefully it doesn't fit on my head because I can't see. It has a cute little panda with a peach on it. And then they give you this pin that says, I love Atlanta. But Panda Fest was a really great time. It was in Atlantic Station. It had all different types of Asian inspired foods, different foods that you may not have tried before. We had this yummy kind of like glazed fruit. To me, it tastes like a candy apple, but not as sweet. So we had that. We also had a savory cabbage cake with fish flakes. That was delicious. We had bao buns from a place called Sea Bao. And actually, these were really good. We ordered 3 and they gave us this bag. I was not expecting this. So they gave us this bag when we ordered the bao buns. If you can see, it looks like that's kind of like a tuna or maybe like a pork belly or something on the front. So we got that. That was something like really unexpected. So I'm trying to think. And then my husband got steak on a stick, which he said it was good. I got fried spring rolls. They were okay. Oh, and we also got the sweet potato ice cream. What they do is they strain probably like a baked or a boiled purple sweet potato onto ice cream. And at the bottom is granola, a layer of ice cream. And then they strain the potatoes onto the ice cream. So it is good. It tastes like you're kind of eating a sweet potato pie with ice cream, but not as sweet. So it's good, very satisfying. But the festival was great. They had music, like K-pop music, really good. I saw some people with kids. I think 7 o'clock may have been a little too late. Most of the kids looked like they were sleepy or, overhyped up, depending on the child. But they had different times like 10, maybe like 4 or something like that, to kind of let some of the crowds die down, and then so it's not so crowded. So we really enjoyed that. That was Saturday. Also on Saturday, was it Friday? Maybe it was Friday. I can't remember. But I stopped by Sephora to pick up my free birthday gift. It is from Kaylee. I don't know if I'm saying this correct, but it is vanilla. And then the next scent, I can't see this. Hold on. Because it's like gold on pink. I can't see that. But they both smell really good. It's like a sample. The other one is Fleur Majesty. Oh, it's called Rose Royale. But they come in these cute little bottles, just enough for you to sample. This is the Rose Royale. They both smell great. It was free. All you have to do is join Sephora's Rewards Club online or on the app, and you'll be able to pick out from several different things for your birthday. That's Sephora. And then on Sunday, we celebrated just a little bit, but Sunday what we ended up doing was going to Copeland's restaurant, their brunch buffet. We went to church and then we went to Copeland's brunch buffet, which is actually really good. I really enjoy the cheese grits as well as the popcorn shrimp. Those are my favorite. The biscuits were okay. And then the omelet station. I like omelets, so I had that too. The next thing I went and got at the after the buffet, just went over to Bath and Body Works. I also had a reward for a gift, a free gift up to $9.95. I chose a soap. But if you can find like a lotion, a hand sanitizer or something like that, or like a pump soap, you can definitely get that as well. All you have to do is be a rewards member. The other thing we did was I went to Victoria's Secret. They sent the email with Victoria's Secret, it was $10 off my next purchase. So what I did, I love their scents, like mini sprays and roll-on mist. I love them for travel. These can fit right into your quart-size bag with no problem, especially the roll-on ones. They are great. They take up no space, so I really love to have those. So that's what I got. So these are the free things I got for my birthday: Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, as well as Sephora. All these, you just have to join their rewards program and you'll be able to get them for your birthday. Just look at the details. I have Ulta, but I didn't receive an email from them. I'll attempt to contact customer service so they can resend the email out. It's the same thing like Sephora. They have a list of things that you can pick from and you just choose that one item. So you can definitely do that. But everything else, if you have the app or if you are a member on their website, on the rewards program, definitely see what the birthday gift is. Some of them you have to get it within a certain time frame from your birthday. Some you can get it all year. So definitely check and see. The only other thing that I have to get is a 3 count of donuts from Krispy Kreme. And they sent me an email for that. So I'll probably go ahead and pick that up maybe today. That is the summation of my birthday celebration that I did this past weekend. Had a great time, enjoyed myself. Like I said, even if you don't have plans for anything, I definitely recommend joining the rewards program and there's so many other ones. Like this is Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, Sephora. I talked about Ulta. I'm sure other companies have great gifts or even where you can get like money off of your next purchase. So look into those. That way you'll have the opportunity to celebrate yourself. You can get gifts without even paying that much money. The gift I got from Victoria's Secret, it was $10 off. I picked those 2 things. They were on sale for $7. I paid like $5 for those things. So think about it. Look into it. Celebrate yourself. If you are a person that does not celebrate your birthday or doesn't make a big deal about it, I challenge you to change that just a little bit. At least you can celebrate yourself for one day out of the year because you deserve it. Just like the quote says, make sure here's to more life, love, and adventures with you to come. So as always, remember, hit that like button, share this with another mama, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all social media platforms at Mommas and Mannies, and listen to us where you hear your favorite podcasts. And remember that me time is essential and it's never selfish. Have a great week.